Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, which means if you're watching it right now, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, you may get further clarity of your situation by looking back to what was going on in your life at that time. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is talking about being in a challenging position because your mind is kind of running and you can't find the answer or the solution to your problem. And this is talking about leaving rough waters for calmer waters with God, basically. And this is, the conveyor is using this really long pole, because to get this little boat moving, he has to dig deep into the water and, get to the bottom so he can push it off. And so the swords here, you notice these ones in the front are blocking the vision, and it's kind of like being caught up in your own thoughts. Quite often this can represent, there's this small child with this person, but no baggage. And this quite often can represent your inner child and healing your inner child by looking at, going inward and using your intuition and prayer and meditation to be able to calm your emotions and be able to get to a calmer place so that you can find resolution to whatever is bothering you. We have the energy of, okay, so we have a Knight of Cups coming in. The Knights would deliver messages for the king and queen and the rest of the court. Sometimes they would travel miles to get to another kingdom and then come back all the way back. These days, when communication comes in, it generally won't be by horse, but it could be an email, a phone call, a letter in the mail. It could be a text message, something you see on social media, an event maybe that you see posted and you go to it and meet someone. It could be something that's going on in the news. So this communication is coming in, and the Knight in Shining Armor the Knight of Cups is the Knight in Shining Armor that you read about in romance novels and also in, the movies, basically. Dressed to the nines and delivering a cup of love. Sometimes this can be an apology. So let's see what else is going on here. We have the Ten of Cups coming in. So this is saying the Ten of Cups is the ultimate in the tarot. The ceiling is at 10 cups. And so this is saying that you have the love of your life, you love your children, you love where you live, you love your home, you love your community, you love your career, you love the country you're in. It's that kind of energy where it's ultimate fulfillment of what you can have, like what you love to do, what you love to be, and being with the people that you love, as much as you can do so in a perfectly imperfect world. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is talking about the wounded warrior. It's saying that it hasn't always been this way. So or maybe this is the way it is now, and you're going on, you've gone and meditated in that, and now the cup is coming in, the solution to your problem. The wounded warrior represents, these are about action, and this is the element of fire. And so the wounded warrior, you can see he's been through it, but he's still standing. And he has 8 wands behind him. Did I say 8 wands? I meant it's the 9 of wands. So he has 8 wands behind him that have landed, but it took a lot of effort for him to do so. So this is talking about someone that's doing their very best to stay on their destined path, do things in the right way, be a good person kind of energy. He's holding this ninth wand close to his heart, and this is the action that he's decided to take after doing the meditation, etc. So let's see. And now I just want to point out that the characters in the tarot are archetypes, and they represent masculine and feminine energy. They're not gender specific, meaning that the knight, in the old days, the knights would always be male, but this could be a female in her masculine energy, as well as this person here. We have, okay, so now we have the 4, or the 3 of Wands. I don't know why I can't count this morning. So we have the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is someone that's standing on the precipice, standing on the edge of this shoreline. And this looks like sand. It could be a mirage, but this is actually water. And it's like the sun, when the sun shines on water and it turns yellow. The ships are sailing in, and he's thinking, I'm going to hop on one of them babies and go off to the distant shores. So this is talking about someone that is wanting to make a big change. Quite often, because we have this romance here, it can talk about moving through the portal of leaving being a couple and becoming single, or moving into a couplehood, and that's the action that he's taken. This is also representative of the 111 or the 1111 portal. That 1111 portal is what you'll know if you've entered it. It's a synchronicity from the universe speaking to you. And I'm just going to give an example of how it works. So you're sitting at your computer, and you glance and it's 11:11. I've got to go pick up that, or I have an appointment, say at 1:30. I've got to look up how long is it going to take me to get there by car. So you look it up, and it's like at 1111 11th Avenue, and it's going to take you 11 minutes, and you're like, okay. And then as you're leaving out the door, you realize, it's already 1:11, I better hurry up and get going. And then on your way, there is a detour, and the car in front of you has the license plate 111. And so this is the energy. It's like these numbers just keep showing up, and it's the universe's way of saying to you, you are manifesting right now at a very high level. Make sure that you keep your thoughts on where you want to go, not on the problems and how you're going to get there. And it's you'll notice when the 111 or 1111 hits you, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, I was thinking I was having a really negative thought, and you weren't even really aware of it. And so this is the energy of, then you can change that thought and focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. And then we have the energy of the reward is when you're staying on your path, on your destined path. It's following your North Star, and your North Star, it represents the guiding star to, on your destined path. So it's talking about, again, like this wounded warrior, even though it's challenging, staying on the path that that is the correct one. We all learn right from wrong very early in life, and this is saying that you stay in between those two pillars of right or wrong, basically. And now you're being rewarded. There is some disappointment in love here. Now this could be in the past, or it could be in the present, or in the future. So perhaps that's why I was picking up this energy, that this could be an apology. And maybe you thought that you had this ultimate fulfillment and then found out it was otherwise. And now you're moving on from this relationship and deciding to be single after going inward and conferring with God, getting out of these rough waters into calmer, because this is the energy here. There's a lot of disappointment here to do with love. And this person is sitting under the tree, and they're like, the universe is trying to hand another cup of love, and they're like, no, thank you. I already have been disappointed. If it's just another cup of the same old shift, I'd rather go without love for the rest of my life than go through what I went through with this last one. And this can represent, quite often, this can be about a third party in a couple's relationship. It can represent someone that you've given, 3 strikes and you're out, and they're trying to say, hey, give me one more chance, and you're, no way, I'm done. And then this could also represent having had 3 major relationships that just didn't work out, and so you were disappointed in that way. And sometimes this can also represent, there was a third party and now there's a gift coming in. It's a baby, but it's not a baby within the couples. It's a baby outside of the relationship. So there's, there's different levels of disappointment, and so this is the energy. This is talking though about a soulmate coming in. If God's rewarding you, it's talking about, hey, we see that the universe is conspiring with God. We see that you've been on your path doing your best and you've been through it. We understand that, but we feel you deserve this. So we're sending you the perfect soulmate. And this is going to be coming in for you. So this is talking about someone that your soul is craving. And a lot of people feel like this is a contract between souls before they enter this lifetime, coming through and having said, at some point, we will meet each other and then we'll empower each other to follow our destined path and do it in a more fun way, basically. It's a lot more fun if you are working with someone that you can trust than not, right? And so this is talking about that energy. We have the King of Pentacles coming in. So this person could be, the King of Pentacles is representing someone that comes from generational wealth. It's a legacy of wealth that you can pass down to your children and your children's children. The King of Pentacles is considered to be, very highly respected for his business acumen and his ability to bring, thoughts down to earth and make money from them and to improve the lifestyle. So Pentacles are not just about money. Pentacles are about lifestyle. Your health, wealth, and your happiness in the 3D. And you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. And so this is saying with a soulmate that you'll be able to enjoy the having a really good lifestyle with someone that you love, like the picture here. So this is like what the promise is after going through this. And this is it's talking about making a decision that you value yourself enough that you're going to leave a situation that is so disappointing for you. Like if you can't trust your most intimate partner, then, it's not that much fun to be with them. And then we have this energy coming in here. So this is the shift disturber. And the shift disturber is someone who most likely is the third party, or it can represent your partner if they, but I feel like this is more the third party. And this is just an energy of someone coming in, and there's the couple there, and then taking, sneaking away. And this isn't a thief in the night. This is a thief in broad daylight. So sometimes this can be, if it has also to do about pentacles, about money, this could be someone that was maybe involved with someone because they wanted the money, basically. It could be that kind of energy. This is talking about someone who is looking backwards over their shoulder and sneaking away with these and not looking where they're going. And at the same time, look how they're holding them. They're on their tiptoes. They could trip so easily. And who holds swords like that? So it's kind of like having like a dangerous, they're oblivious to danger or just don't care kind of energy. So this is someone, sometimes this card, because every card in the tarot can have positive and negative. This sometimes can be an innovative thinker that is trying to find a different way to bring something about. But generally, when I see this card, I'm like, cross your T's, dot your I's, Don't sign anything with this person unless you have someone who really understands business or whatever, if it's got to do with real estate or financial whatever, that this would be something you would look into and have an expert look into before you sign anything. This is also talking about, like as I said, this energy here of the disappointment. It's sitting right on it, but there's also this money sitting here. So, and we have the Magician. And the Magician is sitting at the top of the pyramid here. And the Magician represents an energetic upgrade. And this is talking about, you know, infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And this is also talking about having all the tools that you need. This is the garden at his feet, that this is what you can manifest. So this is basically an energetic upgrade. Now the Magician is pointing to above, as above, so below. And who's he pointing to? He's pointing to this energy, to the Page of Pentacles, or the Ace of Pentacles, to a new beginning here. The aces represent starting something new, starting a new cycle, and moving forward as single because of this energy. Now this could be saying then that the person that was doing this was your partner, or again, it could be the third party involvement causing this. But in any case, I feel like this is a decision to move forward as a single person. And so this is talking about the Knight of Cups coming in with a new lover, and that they'll have they'll be someone who is able to give you the lifestyle, like together, that you can enjoy the lifestyle. Not so much that the King of Pentacles can give you the lifestyle. You may already have, this can be saying you already have enough pentacles when it comes to money, but you just don't have the love that you want. And so this is saying, like, you will enjoy a beautiful lifestyle with this person. And this is ordained from God and being brought in as an energetic upgrade after having to deal with this energy and being so disappointed in love that you deserve to have this. And if this person didn't apologize to you, this is like justice, basically. The universe apologizing for them, basically. And this is talking about moving forward, being rewarded with this, and leaving that couplehood behind and moving forward with a new adventure. So this is pretty cool reading, actually. Let's see here. This is life. Life in the fast lane. If you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and comment. And it really does help me to build my channel, and I super appreciate it. Also, if you resonate with the channel, consider subscribing. It would be my honor if you did so. For those of you who want more clarification, I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and that's T-A-I-L-S, from the Vector. I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. And the cards that I'm using here, I started this oracle back in 2007. And there were 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so I had a lot of fun doing them. But they were really big paintings, some of them. Like about 30 or 35 of them are like, you know, 3 foot by 4 foot paintings, basically, or a little bit smaller. And they're, it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. I completed the 64th painting in 2020. In the past, I had them out at, when I used to teach seminars, I had them, and at psychic fairs, I had them out and played with them with people, but I didn't have the whole deck done. So it's a big difference now that all the paintings are done. The numbers on the cards represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery. So you can check them out after if you want. I will put them in the order they appear here in the description box below. I'm just tuning into this energy as I talk here. And we're going to see what comes out here. Okay, so what else can we tell the collective about this situation? Okay, oh, here we go. All right, so this is talking about here, clarifying the underlying energy, is that there was some sort of illusions around this relationship that you had that had you so disturbed, and that's the reason. But it's also talking about an illusion within yourself. This is, in the regular tarot, the moon card has two pillars that you're, and the path in between, and you're to stay on that path. And you have to pass by, there's a domestic dog and a wolf or coyote, and they're both howling at the moon, and the path is right in the middle, and it's a lobster trying to, crawl by and not get noticed. And in my oracle, it's a gypsy out in the moonlight, and it's actually a solar eclipse. And so this energy is talking about, not being able to see something at the time, but you need to discipline your mind so that you can go inward and like quiet your mind so that you can go inward and feel what is it that you need here. And so this is talking about like the gypsy side of you as opposed to the domestic side. You might want to take a walk on the wild side if you're too domestic, and if you're a little bit too wild, if you're a wild child, you might want to calm her down a little. That's the energy. So we have, yes, use your intuition. It's saying it again to clarify this energy here. If you use your intuition, sometimes it's saying go inward and consult with your third eye to see what the next step, like how to move out of this energy. And this is what you've done clearly, because now all this beautiful energy is coming in. So intent. So yeah, hell is paved with good intentions. This is a karmic space. You can have all the best intentions in the world when you start out in a relationship, and then it can turn sour. It's not uncommon. People think they know each other really well, and then you find out you don't. And especially these days with all the online dating, now with all the AI and the ability to be able to fake, a lot of different things, it can be really challenging to, find love in all the right places. So this is the feeling degraded by the experience. And a lot of times when that happens, like if there's like some sort of scam going on in the background, and the person is actually just wanting your money or whatever, it could be your lifestyle, that kind of energy, you can feel really degraded. And but really the shame doesn't belong to it. Doesn't partly, like you have to accept your responsibility for it. But if you're a good person that's on your path, and you really were authentically wanting to have a good life with this person, and they were sneaking around and knowing, like coming in there with that energy into the relationship, or even like halfway through it or whatever. This card also can represent, like there's 7 swords here, can represent the 7-year itch. And it's when you don't want the lifestyle that you had before. And I actually posted about this card because I was doing a lot of Valentine's Day readings, and this card kept coming up. And it was, my Valentine's Day readings turned out to be all mostly tough love. They weren't fluffy like I had hoped they would be. And this card showed up quite a bit, and I was like, what is that about? And then the word 7-year itch came to me, and I was looking it up, and that's what I posted about. Like the 7-year itch is when you've been in a relationship, and it's like statistically in a lot of countries and whatever, like you'd have to look it up. You can go read my post if you'd like. Statistically, people have a tendency around between the 7th and 8th year to start not wanting to be in the relationship they are. But funny enough, at the beginning of the reading that brought me to look this up, there was all these castles in the bottom row, and I was like, what are like every single card had a castle in it, which represents your home. And it was also, the 7-year itch can be when you buy real estate and like say you buy a house and you thought, oh, I'm going to love living here and everything. And you do, but then you don't. And the market's changed and now you can't sell it. So it's talking about like not just matters of love, but just not liking the lifestyle anymore, wanting a different lifestyle. The Sagittarius energy is coming in. So this is about wanting a new adventure. The world is expanding and contracting, and this here is saying that this person has been in a I feel like, as a couple. And now they, after what has happened here, they've decided they're going to move on and go it single again, and you know, go on another adventure. Sagittarius is famous for loving to travel. And so that's the energy being represented there. When cards come in with the horoscope signs on them in my general collective readings, this is not, I'm not talking about a Sagittarius did this. It's not, it could be in your, you know, you're saying, oh, no, that's exactly what happened. That could be for you. Use your intuition. But when these cards come up, I'm talking more about the state of being of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is at the stage of life where this person is, where you want to travel. You want to experience new things, new cultures, new foods, you know, new. And so this is that kind of energy when you feel like, sometimes there's times in our lives where we feel really comfortable where we're at and we just want to stay home, and then there's times when we just really feel like getting out more, and that's the energy that's this reading is in. We also have the energy of father figures, so turning princes into frogs. Yeah, a lot of times when it comes to love, you know, there's a lot of studies out there regarding like same-sex parents having the biggest influence on their children. And so like if, say, a young boy doesn't have a strong father figure when it comes to love, then they could tend to act out in ways that are not appropriate in a couple relationship, in immature ways. And young girls who look up to their fathers and their daddy's girl can really end up finding it very difficult to find someone that fills that position in the same way, because it's a different position, but it's kind of like being used to being treated like the most important thing all the time. And that kind of energy is kind of unrealistic when it comes to being in a couple. And at the top, though, it says that falling and failing in love is a matter of I. Open your heart chakra back up to it. Falling and failing is a matter of I, because you have to love yourself first. If you know, you put out a vibration of how much you love yourself, and that's basically what you're going to attract. So you can't expect someone to love you more than you love yourself. That's not meaning that you're being like all, you know, you don't have to be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Really arrogant and, oh, I'm all that all the time, and consider yourself better than everyone. That's not what it means. What it means is truly loving yourself enough to heal your inner child, like from your experiences from your childhood, and also be in a position where you are, you know, you're willing to do the work, like meditate and go inward and pray and heal that part of yourself so that you can attract the relationship that you do want. So this is a reading that has a lot of good information in it. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Please give it a like and a comment if you have. I really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to the channel if this resonates with you. Bye for now. I will have another random shift reading at some random time.